Welcome to part 19 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play.
I can't believe we haven't located Sonic yet. Gee, I wonder where he went.
I've been looking for you. You're the Iblis Trigger. Your actions will condemn us all. Who are you? My name is Silver. For the future of the world, I will destroy you!
Doesn't look like you're here to talk.
So immediately we are fighting Sonic the Hedgehog. We're in the Silver the Hedgehog boss battle, but we're fighting Sonic the Hedgehog. Going down the Brain Scratch Cons route. Super Machine Gun Table Attack! No, seriously, this is how you're supposed to defeat Sonic as Silver. Here, grab whatever you can, and like that, and spam the square button and throw everything at him. Now let's throw the big gun, Super Barrel Machine Gun Table Attack. And that's the boss fight. I know, it's comparing this when you're fighting Silver, it's piss easy. Because Silver is just broken enough to where it's a joke.
Is this a joke? How could someone like you cause the destruction of our world?
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. For the sake of the future, the Iblis Trigger must be destroyed.
Elise? Wait!
Don't you dare turn your back on me! It's time I finally put an end to this!
Stop!
Amy? Get out of my way, Amy! This is my mission!
Absolutely not!
Thanks, Amy. I appreciate it.
Leave it to me! The person you were looking for was Sonic! Were you planning to kill him?
He's responsible for destroying my world!
That's crazy! Sonic would never do that!
But it's true! In the near future, his actions will cause the devastation of my world! So I must—
No! I don't believe it. Even if that was true. If I had to choose between the world and Sonic, I would choose Sonic!
Did the writers seriously not check the goddamn script? Cause that is one of the most selfish lines I've ever heard in my life.
So this is where you are. I've been looking for you. What's wrong?
Well, Blaze? To kill someone to save the world. Is that really the right thing to do?
You're so naive. Whether it's right or wrong, I can't really say. But what I do know is, if we don't take this chance, the future will remain exactly as it is.
Since he's after Dr. Eggman, let's sneak into Eggman's base. Maybe we'll learn something new.
Okay. So after that questionable amount of cutscene, we have a lot of upgrades to get. Here we have the single layered extreme, where we can pretty much throw everything in a single throw, the power bracelet, where we can grab everything in a wider range, and the shock bracelet, which lets us do the Silver's best ability in the game, his ground stomp, which does that. It's a really useful upgrade, especially in combat, and we're gonna be using it to get into a level, which is what I do appreciate. Like, I like how when you do get an upgrade, I like how the game forces you to immediately use it. However, the problem is that it only encourages it. Like, in terms of it being mandatory, it only encourages you to do it like just once. Other than that, nah, you don't have to use it anymore. Well, you can use it if you want to be fancy with your combat skills or whatnot, but the reason... Now, in order to get to the next stage, each White Acropolis, what we have to do is see these 4 switches? Boom. Just that hits all 4 switches at a time, and it has a good range. But now, let's head into White Acropolis now. Yeah. Oh, and okay. So now that we are in this is, and I'm guessing since Blaze is on foot, she decides to say, you know what? Fuck the snowboard. I'm going on foot, which is actually a really good decision in her case. It's because the snowboard kind of sucks hard in this game. But unfortunately, remember how I said that we don't get to play as Blaze as much? Just like with the other characters? This is the last time we're actually going to be playing as her, which is really unfortunate. Like, this is it. Like, not counting the DLC and whatnot, this is pretty much it. Yeah, this is the last, as for level, and this is the last time we're ever going to be playing as her, and it's pretty short too. So, enjoy it while you can. Yeah, because after this, it's all Silver, Amy, and a small bit of Sonic from here. Now here, if you're not fast enough, it's very possible to get stuck in that avalanche. So you better make sure you're running fast. Because, you know, Sonic 06, it's glitchy as hell. Even though I barely ran into any glitches, but I said that in, like, part 2 of Silver's story. Yeah, that's the way I'll say it. But now, unfortunately, we are done with Blaze the Cat, and now we're back as Silver the Hedgehog. Now, Silver's White Acropolis, since we're not going as fast, this is obviously going to be a lot more platform heavy. In fact, heck, I'm pretty late for saying this, but Sonic 06 aims to go at the Sonic Adventure 1 route, where every character will share the same stages, but they will have different gimmicks. Similar to how, like, the best example I can think of is Sonic Adventure 1 Sky Deck. Like, where you have one area relegated to Sonic and Tails, and another area that's relegated to Knuckles. You know, it's stuff like that. But now that since we have the upgrades, our psychokinesis is now more powerful and more reliable. So Silver is now more of a versatile character. We pretty much got the best of Silver at this point. We do get another upgrade, but I don't think it's anything special. All it really is a pathetically short teleport dash that we'll be seeing later down the road. Now, I don't know how exactly you're supposed to break those icy patches as Silver. I guess you're supposed to, like, aim the fiery box crates. It's at the ice, but it's not working. So I decided to say screw it, move on. Now, as you saw earlier, when I got hit, I only lost 1 ring, right? Well, this game continues a tradition that Shadow the Hedgehog would make up in the first place. When you get hit, you don't particularly lose all your rings. You only lose like maybe 10 or 20, which is something I appreciate. Because if I lost all my rings, this game would be less bearable to play. However, this game decides to take it one step further. So with the smaller P shot that it hits, So if you get hit by the smaller or pea shooter hits or some pea shooter bullets, you only lose one ring at a time. In fact, as early as Sonic's Wave Ocean, and like back in part 1, and you'll say that Sonic will say that the Vulcan cannon shots won't hurt me, but they'll cut down my rings bit by bit, which is a lie in itself. Because it's like, hey, Sonic, you are getting hurt. You're losing rings. And also, as you're seeing, you may have noticed that I'm taking out whenever there's a circle of enemies, and there's like an enemy in the center. Go for that enemy in the center first, because if you destroy him, you'll destroy every enemy you'll destroy all the enemies that he's commanding, and you'll get a big points bonus, which is cool. I'm gonna say it's kind of cool. I'll admit, to be honest, I feel this game has some legit good I feel that this game does have legit good ideas thrown into the mix, but the problem is with those ideas, it's not the concept or ideas itself, it's the execution. And that's what Sonic 06 kind of fails at, and the main reason why people hate this game so much. Like again, I don't think this is the worst thing ever. I don't think Sonic 06 is the worst game ever. It's not even one of the worst games I've ever played, but more of that in my final thoughts. But, you know, many people do. Many people do think this is the worst game ever, and I don't blame you guys. I can see why, at least. But in terms of my experiences, I don't know. If I compare it to other games, it's really not that bad. But more on that in my final thoughts. This game. So that is pretty much it with Silver's White Acropolis. I still can't get an S rank for some reason.
Looks like we've arrived a little too late. What? Oh no!
So now we are once again fighting the Egg Genesis. This is the last time we're gonna be fighting this guy, and comparing it to how we fought this boss as Sonic, fighting this boss as Silver is gonna be completely different. Just to recap, when we fought this boss as Sonic, when the wings went down, we had the homing attack at the flying robots that are guarding the wings. This way we can get up to the head and smash it. However, this time as Silver the Hedgehog, we have to do it a little differently. Whenever it puts its wings down, it'll launch missiles at you. This is your opportunity to grab the missiles with your psychokinesis. If I were you, grab as many missiles as you can, or at least when your meter runs out. This way you'll launch a crap load of missiles at the core. Keep doing this, lather, rinse, repeat. My best bet when grabbing the missiles, you can stand in one place and grab as many missiles as you can, but beware, the missiles will ignore Silver's psychokinesis and will attempt to go after, and will still try to go after you. So I recommend just moving all around while holding down the R1 button. Now the thing is, you don't have to aim at the four, like those two lights that are next to the main core. You can just go for the core itself, and you'll be able to destroy it that way. But here's a little fun fact. Actually, you can when that thing lowers. As Sonic, when you fight this boss as Sonic and you beat it, and while it lowers itself down, you can still attack the core. Yes, this game was so rushed to the point where they couldn't even program the boss fights right. And because they didn't make a separate Egg Genesis boss as for, well, Sonic, so you can easily destroy this boss in that respect. So, now that so, that's pretty much it with the Egg Genesis. I mean, aside from the fact that we do have to attack it very differently, in terms of its attacks, it's pretty much the same spiel. It still does that homing laser. It still does the homing laser, and it will still do the well, desperation attack. See, like that. Speaking of that desperation attack, I'm gonna show you what it's like to get hit by this guy. It was very unintentional, but this is what happens when you get hit by him. You get hit, but you don't die. Well, then again, I had rings, so if you don't have any rings, means the boss, it will finish.
That took too long.
The boss fight itself will finish before your death animation finishes, so that attack is really no threat. So that is it for part 19, guys, and in part 20, we have more Silver the Hedgehog shenanigans. I'm GameMan5804, and see you all then.